welcome along to Diecast Restos. I'm Jason, and this week I'm working on this Realtoy Range Rover in the hope of making it look more like the real thing. Like the Realtoy Discovery I customised a few weeks back, this one also offers plenty of detailing potential, as well as a brilliantly moulded interior, which I'm hoping to take full advantage of. Here's an actual P38A Range Rover equipped with the wheels I'm going to be replicating on the model, using these Creative 164 twin 5-spoke AC Schnitzer Type 3 wheels. There isn't too much to tell about this Realtoy model, as there isn't an extensive database chronicling their history. All I can really say is that it was offered in a rich green, red or dark blue like this one won't be for long. They were often repackaged under names such as Fast Lane for Toys R Us and others for supermarket brands here in the UK at least. Despite sitting too low with wheels shared with other road cars in the Realtoy range, I think that this is a good representation of the P38A Range Rover. The P38A replaced the original Range Rover in 1994, in a launch that saw its predecessor renamed as the Range Rover Classic. They remained on sale alongside one another for 2 years, before the then 26-year-old model was retired. I talked extensively about the origins of the OG Range Rover in my Siku custom build from earlier this year. The new Range Rover would be built atop a strengthened chassis using new welding techniques, meaning it would not be as prone to corrosion as its predecessor. While it was developed under the Rover Group banner, come its September 1994 release, Land Rover was under BMW's stewardship. During the early development phases, the project engineering team were housed at the engineering block at Land Rover's Solihull factory. It was known as Project Pegasus and also Discovery, which was used temporarily as a cover to elude journalists looking for a scoop when the original Discovery was being developed. It got its P38A nickname when the engineering team moved to Block 38A at Solihull, while its official designation was either New Range Rover or simply LP. The P38A was designed by Land Rover's styling director George Thompson, whose Pegasus design was chosen over an effort styled by Bertone. It was powered by an updated Rover V8 motor in 4 or 4.6 litre capacities, with BMW's 2.5 litre M51 turbo diesel straight 6 joining them. The Lucas engine management system was replaced by a Bosch system borrowed from the BMW 7 Series in 1999. It also had revised engine mounts and a structural alloy sump to stiffen the engine and reduce vibrations at this time. Following in the footsteps of the latter Range Rover Classic, the P38 also used an electronic air suspension system. This allowed for automatic, speed-determined height adjustment. Other features included anti-lock brakes and traction control, while it would be the final generation of Range Rover available with a manual gearbox and a classic transfer box. The Range Rover was designed to sit above the Discovery in the Land Rover product range, to face the increasing competition in the luxury SUV market. In response to this, 2 V12 prototype Range Rovers were in development, which would have used the 5.4 litre M73 engine from the BMW 750i. Its intention was to further improve the vehicle's luxury image, but it was shelved before it could reach production. A related project that didn't get shelved but was extremely exclusive was the Bentley Dominator. Now you may be wondering where Bentley and Range Rover cross over. After all, the first Bentley SUV was the Bentayga in 2015, right? Wrong. During the 1990s, Bentley were in a spot of financial bother. Their existence was effectively saved by the Sultan of Brunei and his family, who, according to multiple sources, ordered no less than 23 Bentleys during this time. Each was generally bespoke or unique, and Bentley charged the family accordingly. One such bespoke creation was the Bentley Dominator, produced in 1996 with 6 apparently made exclusively for the family. Little is known about them. They were built on a P38A Range Rover platform and featured bespoke Bentley styling and a luxurious interior. These 6 cars were produced in total secrecy and reportedly cost around $4 million each. And that was in 1996. That's closer to $8.5 million today. Closer to home though, and the Range Rover P38 wasn't hugely well received. There were reliability issues that plagued it, which required plenty of maintenance and a high budget. They are notorious money pits. Its styling was also criticised by Jeremy Clarkson, who called it a London taxi, owing to the styling similarities to the Metro cab. I'll let you be the judge on that. The P38A would be replaced by the ever-popular L322 generation Range Rover in 2001, which Clarkson described as the best car in the world, quite the contrast to his comments about its predecessor. Anyway, let's recap on what we have achieved so far in this build. The model has been dismantled, paint stripped, primed and repainted, the plastic parts all washed and windows polished, the wheels painted and given their green centre caps, and I've started the detailing on the dash, transparency, brake discs, and now interior. I've gone for a beige leather look interior with a walnut look-alike trim on this one, which should look excellent teamed with the dark green body. The cast area where the lights are was completely flat, so it gave me a good space to use some headlight decals. I've also given it Range Rover lettering on the bonnet. I'm using a matte effect Uniposca paint pen for the grille and extensive exterior plastics seen on earlier P38A ranges. There's a lot to cover, as you can see. Now it's time to lock in all of that body detailing with a clear coat. The cast rear light clusters I have given a base of chrome so I can fill in the colour shortly after the top coat. This is because the colour runs after using the Mr. Hobby product. I also don't tend to apply the decals over the raised cast areas, as they never look great and I have a terrible time trying to get them to adhere. This Sharpie treatment should do the trick. I've also added in the chrome highlights for the fog lights, door mirrors, Land Rover badges, side repeaters, the complete underside on the base, and I drew in a glossy black sunroof. I then coat the lighting areas in Citadel Gloss Nuln Oil and Ammo Wet Effects. Here are the components that comprise the Range Rover. Into the body first slots the transparency, which still clicks over the stub remains of that rooftop rivet. Then comes the interior, to which I have married up the dash and seating pieces. The front wheels are loose, so I pop them in place first, and then I reintroduce the base, tongue and slot first at the rear, and I finally push fit it over the narrow front post. Here though was how my Realtoy Range Rover was looking before. It was sitting very low, as if it had lost its air suspension. That I desperately wanted to fix to give it a tall ride height. The dark blue didn't suit in my book, so I wanted to transform it with a more authentic Range Rover colour. And of course, I needed some wheels that would match the period look that I was going for. So let's see how that all looks. It's quite subtle, but a hell of a lot of detailing has gone into this project. I spent a very long time on the matte black plastics on the bumpers, grille, door handles, side trim and window surrounds. Most important to me though was that ride height, which has been lifted with some nice straight axles, larger rims and chunkier tyres. The wheels are a close match to the period set. Make sure that you tune in next week where I'll use this very same set of rims on a very different car indeed. I've recoloured the interior beige, which is always a good colour to team with a dark green body, and I quite like how the orange of the turn signals and repeaters breaks up the green, along with all of that trim. So what do you think about this Range Rover? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to drop a like too. But all that leaves me to say is thanks for watching and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.